Ronaldo, 1,000 goals.
Right, okay, Cristiano Ronaldo set another
Where the
record
f*** is the
last
community
night,
at, bro?
scoring
Where are y'all
twice
at?
for Portugal against Hungary to reach 41 goals in World Cup, qualifies more than any other player in the men's game. He's now on 948 career goals as he chases
948. He's
1,000
52
goal
away.
milestone. It's incredible reading that out loud, isn't it, Leanne? If he reaches 1,000 career goals, is it the greatest individual achievement in the history of football?
Greatest individual achievement? Yes, I think so. I mean, you know how much I love. Anyone that knows me knows how much I love Cristiano Ronaldo. I get into a lot of debates over whether he's the GOAT or not. I love Messi. Who wouldn't? But for me, maybe because I'm a Man United fan, Cristiano Ronaldo has done it in every single league he's played in.
Yeah, bro. I wish people could stop using that World Cup argument because Ronaldo is from a country that had no international recognition as a footballing country ever. Except for like 2 times maybe. Messi's Argentinian. That's one of the biggest nations in the history of the game. I just feel like Messi winning a World Cup is less impressive compared to if Ronaldo wins one with Portugal. I'm not talking about like the actual team and the squad, but I'm like saying like nation versus nation historically. Portugal is not close to Argentina, bro. So imagine if Portugal does it, they'd become the ninth nation to ever win a World Cup. For the last time a team has won a World Cup for the first time was Spain. And Spain has always been historically good at the sport. Think about it, guys. Netherlands have never won a World Cup. Netherlands have never won it, and they've been the historic nation. There's teams that haven't won it ever that really could have. Like, England's only won it once. So it's not easy to do, bro.
Juventus, Italy, Manchester United, you know, and it's like, I don't know, I just think with this player, he's really, really, really addicted to his craft. You know, he does everything right, looks after himself, and there's a reason why he's still continuing to be able to perform at these levels. I mean, I was gutted how it ended at Manchester United with him, and I was absolutely gutted, and I think that just looks at, for me, the toxicity that's been at Man United for a long time. Which player's gone there and thrived? He was like, oh, he didn't press from the front of Man United. Who cares?
I know,
Who cares?
bro.
Look at this guy. Like, I just think some people give him the respect he deserves, and I don't know what more he can do. When I have the debate over him or Messi, people say, oh, you know, Messi, he wasn't a born footballer. Like, naturally, Cristiano Ronaldo's had to work on it. Well, there's neither here nor there. Apples and oranges, do you know what I mean? Like, they're both quality and great players, and we'll never recreate this player, and we'll never recreate, again, in my generation, previously, obviously, Maradona, Pele, the argument could go on the greatest ever. We have to also look at these two players that we'll never see replicated again. The Ballon d'Or over the last 3 years has been questionable, hasn't it, over who's won it. Rodri, you know, those types. Rodri, fantastic player, but they're not at the levels of Cristiano.
We should mention that...
I'm surprised that Sky Sports is letting her get a say on this like that, bro. You know how they roll. You know how they roll, bro. None of these social media, none of these large media outlets, I see it, bro. A lot of them never give Ronaldo his credit. A lot of these reporters say the same shit. They say the same shit, bro. They never give him his credit. But I'm going to respect to this woman because she actually is saying facts here. And there's no, like, downplay being towards Messi or anyone else. This is strictly because of Ronaldo. After that last World Cup, guys, people were putting greatest of all time. And Ronaldo somehow went down to 5th because of recency bias of this World Cup, bro. And it's like, dude, like, you're gonna, like, forget about everything else he's done in his career because of something that happened in 1 month while he's already past his prime in his mid-30s or late 30s. And if he's still gonna get judged for how he's gonna perform at a World Cup at 41 years old, I think that is ridiculous, bro. He has nothing left to prove. Everything that's being added to his career now is all just added shit. So, if he somehow gets to 1,000 goals, if he has a great World Cup campaign, if he wins more titles with Portugal, that's just added stuff, man. That's just added stuff. And I'd say the same with Messi. Even without that World Cup, Messi still has a lot on the table for him, bro. And there's people that nitpick every time when it comes to Ronaldo. He doesn't have a World Cup knockout stage goal. He's never won player of a tournament for Portugal. It's the most nitpick stats I've ever scene, bro. Because he hasn't scored a World Cup knockout stage goal. Alright, before that World Cup, they both had 0 knockout goals. Why the does it matter if it's in the knockout stage versus the group stage? It's still the World Cup, bro. You're telling me Ronaldo's hat trick versus Spain is gonna get downplayed because it's in the group stage? It's still the World Cup, bro. It was still a big pressure moment where he had to step up and, you know, prove to people why he's still that guy. And that was in 2018 where he had a mediocre team and he was the best player in the world at that time. I don't really know what to say, bro. Imagine if that Portugal team last World Cup, imagine if it was while Ronaldo was like didn't have all that drama at Man United. I'm telling you, it would have ended differently. Nitpick stats, bro. Nitpicked stats. Player of the tournament at an international tournament and World Cup knockout stage goals is what people say. You know, there's someone in my TikTok comments that thinks Ronaldo's never scored a World Cup goal. Meanwhile, he's the only man to have scored at 5 different World Cups. Also, him and Messi could potentially be the first players to ever appear at 6 different World Cups. Like, they're breaking records no matter what you see it as. And I don't know, like, why people are still giving him shit. Like, look what he's doing right now at this age, bro. It's not normal. You're telling me it's normal for a player in his 40s to score time after time again at the highest level? Like, okay, international tours, whatever. Nations League, he outperformed an 18-year-old Yamal who was being said the best player in the world, Ballon d'Or winner too. And Ronaldo and Portugal beat Spain in that game. So, if they could do it in there, why couldn't they do it again, you know? Like,
Cristiano Ronaldo, if he gets to 1,000, that will be in official games, all right, just in case anybody looks that up and sees Romario as 1,000 goals. What's more important, getting to 1,000 goals or winning the Ballon d'Or?
Winning the Ballon d'Or. I think, no, not taking away the achievement, but I think
yeah,
if you ask
I agree.
Cristiano Ronaldo, would you rather win a Ballon d'Or again or get to 1,000? He'd say win a Ballon d'Or because of what it means. Those accolades
Doesn't even matter, bro. He's won
like,
five
than
of
that,
them.
does it? Being the crowned the greatest player during that season, during that time, and him and Messi flip-flopped over the years. So for me, like, no doubt, 1,000 goals is an unbelievable achievement. I think the Ballon d'Or, like, you can't compare that for me, Tom.
Should we put this into context as well? If you look at the best strikers in the world right now, we've already talked about Cristiano Ronaldo there, but if you add in Harry Kane, who've been talking about, Kylian Mbappe as well, and Erling Haaland. We can look at where they are right now, actually. So Cristiano Ronaldo's got 948.
I don't understand this Ballon d'Or shit, bro.
Harry Kane is there.
Have you guys not seen, like, the last 3 winners of the Ballon d'Or? Like, it's all been players in their 30s. It hasn't been anyone in this new generation yet. So Dembele was the first player. It could have, Vinny should have won that other one. Haaland should have won that one before that. So, and Mbappe, I don't know how he hasn't won one yet. Like, there's players that haven't won the award yet that will still be considered better than players that have won it. So
with 475.
the award is flawed
These are
to
all
a degree.
quality players, and yes, they're all younger than Cristiano Ronaldo.
Career.
But still, it just shows. I mean, look at the difference.
Yeah,
so when
that's
you're
crazy.
saying that no one's quite in that level of Ronaldo, and you mentioned Messi as well, that proves it.
It does, and it's not like he's gone to Saudi Arabia and scored 500 goals in one league. Do you know what I mean? In a league that people don't seem to respect as much. He's done it at the highest level, Tom, in the biggest games. I mean, those 4 players you've got in there, I love all of them, you know, but I just don't think we will ever see another Cristiano Ronaldo.
Why, bro? We're not comparing these players to Ronaldo, bro. Like, you had Mbappe who had Ronaldo on his wall, bro. I think Mbappe himself wouldn't like those comparisons. Same with Haaland, and Harry Kane just won his first league title last year. So,
and I think we have to be grateful that we've been part of this generation of a footballer, along with
why is she
Messi.
speaking
Because
facts,
the
bro?
numbers,
She's like saying what
Dembele's
everyone
won
else
the
has been
Ballon d'Or
saying.
this year. Lamine Yamal will probably win it next year, and I think we'll consistently every single year say, okay, well, it could be Yamal, it could be Dembele, it could be Rodri. Do you know what I mean? Whereas with these 2 players, especially Cristiano, it was one or the other. If you liked Ronaldo, you go with him. If you like Messi, you go with him. It would just flip-flop. And they did it for 10 to 15 years. It is unheard of. And I just feel really blessed that, you know, I can't say enough about this guy. You know, I will go so far with debating people all the time over Cristiano Ronaldo, because a majority of the people prefer Messi, but can't we like both of them and appreciate
They
both
don't
of them?
like both, bro. They always like Messi and they don't like Ronaldo. Like, Ronaldo's done to all these players that say something, bro. Henry, Carragher, Neville, Rooney. Oh my God, it's all the English reporters too. Like Henry, Ronaldo scored 2 goals against them at like 19 years old. Carragher, he plays for Liverpool, rivals. Neville just completely threw Ronaldo under the bus. Yeah, the first time a Ronaldo fan on Sky Sports. Man, I hope one day these mainstream reporters realize like how much influence Ronaldo has, how much more influence Ronaldo has than they think, and they're gonna downplay him. They're gonna keep downplaying him until he retires. But let's see what this one is. He's gonna say some bull
Is the Ronaldo debate finally settled?
It was never a debate.
It was always a debate.
It was never a
it was
debate.
always a debate.
Ronaldo's nowhere near the level of Messi. Not even close.
Jamie Carragher is without a doubt one of the most controversial and hated pundits in football. And the main reason for this is because he has some absurd takes. I wouldn't say I dislike the guy, I just think he's a bit of a hypocrite at times. And to prove it, just listen to this clip of him talking about Ronaldo.
I mean, I'm no huge Ronaldo fan. I think that's pretty obvious, and that's not for his footballing ability. It's sad for him, the way people are speaking about Messi towards the end of his career and Ronaldo, and it's completely different.
Now, Carragher claims it's sad how people are talking about Ronaldo at the end of his career.
Oh, that's funny, because he's like one of the main guys that starts that. Yeah, I don't know. Like, Ronaldo keeps it real, and he's like not afraid to speak on certain things, and Messi isn't. But Messi's not an angel either, bro. We've seen behind the cameras where he talks to players too, bro. So don't like point it that Messi is humble.
Opposed to Messi. But he was one of the main person who at Ronaldo's last seasons at United was basically saying that Ronaldo shouldn't be starting.
They're not going to win the league for the next 2 or 3 years, I tell you that.
What would you sign Ronaldo for then, at 37? If they're not going to win in the next 2 or 3 years, start getting Greenwood on the pitch, start getting Sancho on the pitch.
He was basically saying that Ronaldo shouldn't be starting.
Yeah,
he does not press,
but
they
guess what? Ronaldo outperformed all those guys
because he doesn't offer enough. And when Ronaldo dropped that bombshell interview with Piers Morgan calling out United for the way they treated him, listen to what Jamie had to say.
Since he's come back, it's basically been the Cristiano Ronaldo show. But this season, because he's not involved, it just feels like he's still craving the attention that he can't get because he's not actually on the pitch. And
it's all this Man United, bro. It's always when Man United gets involved, they have to make it like a big deal, bro.
This guy jumps on a podcast and says it's sad how people are treating Ronaldo. Yet he's one of the main narratives pushing the hate towards Ronaldo in the English media. And saying this after the guy explained that his baby died and he missed preseason because of it, which in turn amplified his problems with United. It's just crazy. But if you think that's bad, you need to see how he and his cohorts tried to undermine Ronaldo's standing as an all-time great. Before we start, let's recap what he said.
Ronaldo's nowhere near the level of Messi. Ronaldo is one of the greatest goal scorers of all time. Messi is the greatest player.
That doesn't even make sense though, bro. Like, goal scoring is the most important part of the game, bro. And Ronaldo is also good at other stuff other than goal scoring, bro. Like, holy shit.
Of all time. It's not even close.
Jamie claims Ronaldo is nowhere near Messi, and the highest praise he can give Ronaldo is that he's one of the greatest goal scorers of all time. Before I debunk this, I want you to keep in mind that these people were saying Messi was the greatest of all time even before he won the World Cup. So his argument wasn't based on that fact. I want you to double check these stats.
Yeah, it is true, bro. Everyone preferred Messi before that World Cup.
I don't know if these are the current numbers as of October 2025. Messi has 1,127 appearances, 884 goals, and 395 assists, while Ronaldo has 1,289 appearances, 946 goals, and 258 assists.
Bro. So because Messi has more assists,
games played calculates at Messi with 0.78 goals per game and 0.35 assists per game. Ronaldo has 0.73 goals per game and 0.20 assists per game. But we all watch the game with our eyes, so we all know on average Messi creates more chances in games and is more effective with his dribbling and passing because that's his style of play.
That's true. Messi has a different style of play compared to Ronaldo.
Say that Ronaldo at best is just one of the greatest goal scorers of all time is crazy because he has more assists than both Zidane and Maradona combined and has 3 times times the amount of
Literally.
goals they both have combined. And the reason I say this is because Jamie claims Messi, Maradona, and Zidane are the 3 greatest ever.
But number 1 for me would be Messi. Maradona, just what he did in '86. I would go Zidane of sort of the modern generation.
I don't know about you, but implying someone is no more
ridiculous.
than a goal scorer, then listing people he has more assists than is better than him is funny. So when you combine this with their star power, they both have won trophies that they might not have deserved. So to go over all this to determine how close they are might take a while. So the best we can do is just to use their numbers to provide an objective comparison. But in fairness to them, sometimes they'll combine eye test with statistics to create a very good argument, but they won't ever do it when talking about Ronaldo. And I have the perfect reasoning to prove this to you. I've mentioned this before in another video. But these people often say that Ronaldo isn't better than R9 because I guess R9 was more pleasing on the eye.
Oh my
fair.
god, bro. I don't want to hear that with R9, bro. Don't even get me started on that, dude. He had like 5 good years, maybe.
You know who is more pleasing on the eye than R9? Neymar. Neymar is way more skilled and fluid. Played as a winger, but yet he has 31 more goals and 150 more assists than R9, plus more goals for Brazil. But logically, I think we all know R9 was the better player because of the era he played in and the fact that he won 2 World Cups and 2 Ballon d'Ors. Simply showing that eye test isn't everything. You need accolades to put beside it. Cristiano has more than double the goals, assists, Ballon d'Ors, and trophies than what R9 have. He wasn't as skillful and naturally gifted, but he was more efficient. And like I said, he accomplished more than double.
He chose to be more. He chose to make that decision, bro. At United, they treated him like shit because he wanted to care about the way he played over being effective in game. He chose that, dude. That's why he's won
his career in every aspect excluding the World Cup. So the fact these media personnel believe that R9 is better, it shows that logic often goes out the window when people rate Cristiano's standing as an all-time great. However, it is fine to have your opinion and preference, but when you are a major voice in the footballing space, you really need to say stuff with more logic and professionalism.
Still say his World Cup, but Messi's from a country that literally won 2 World Cups before him and was one of the biggest countries in the world in terms of the game. Ronaldo's from Portugal, who only qualified for 3 major international tournaments ever. Alright, bro. Let's see what happens to Portugal after Ronaldo retires. Alright.